What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler. It's gonna be a good one. We are celebrating a successful Kickstarter finale tonight. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all that is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. We got Aljamil in the house, Massive Panda. We got Larry. Can we please start this holding up my knife? Fuck yourself. David Poston and Kova's lookout so far. How is everyone doing tonight? It says that we have like several people here. So if you're in the chat, if you're watching, say hello in the chat. I'd love to see you. All right, let's do this. We got Raleigh, Nyanzi in the house. How you doing, man? All right, let's turn this music down. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, guys. Let's turn these lights down. They're a little crazy. All right, awesome. Might want to lock down or keep a keen eye on those DMs. A lot of people are getting hacked. Yeah, man. Like a lot of people are getting hacked. Like freaking Rob Kiro got hacked. I was like, oh shit, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, real quick, guys. There's 38 minutes left of My Sexy Witch Academia on Kickstarter. Oh, wait, we just hit 17. Oh, I was going to be like, yo, can we hit 17K? We just did. Like, exactly. Did someone back it just so that we could hit the exact number? Did someone just do that? If we did, whoever did that, if that happened, that's wild. And I appreciate them. Let me look. Yeah, whoever, I know who, I can see who did that. Thank you. The person who did that. Wow. I can't believe that. Thank you so much. 17K. Wow. No, this is awesome. I'm doing a heavy TikTok campaign. I saw you on TikTok, Larry, last night. You came up on my TikTok feed. Yeah. That was, seeing you on TikTok, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're on TikTok. That's hilarious. David Pesto, hello, listening at work. Hey, yeah, that's awesome. Are you working like late at night? Are you like are you not in the US? So like time zone wise, is the afternoon or morning for you? But welcome, David. Yeah, guys, obviously tonight we're going to be talking about some various topics. We're going to be, talking about like some crazy stuff that I've been seeing in the indie scene. We're gonna be talking about kind of stuff with comics. I was talking with someone in the community, someone who I work with on the regular, and kind of just like basically saying, hey, like I don't know how much longer I've got going in this comic space. Like I honestly, honest to God, I can see myself probably leaving in like a year or two. Not like leaving because I want to continue with the growth of Megafist, but I think like turning down my production. So, instead of putting out, once Super Plumber Sisters releases, instead of putting out a new series to replace that, just like, all right, that series is, the series is done. And then when, Bullet Assassin comes out, finishes, then it's just done. We don't replace a new series. And like really what I want to do is I get to the point where I'm just doing the Girl with the Mega Fist, just doing My Sexy Witch Academia, and then doing random stuff if I want, like maybe a one shot here and there. something I've been realizing is that I always said that I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop making comics when it stops being fun. And what I've been realizing lately is that it hasn't been something that I've been wanting to do lately. The thing that I've been wanting to do is work on the marketing company that I run. And so I was like, man, how do I get back this like love for like wanting to make comics? And so I started breaking it down. And one thing that I realized is that I haven't been drawing. I've been doing a lot of the gray tones. I've just been doing the right. I haven't been actually drawing. And so I was like, okay, let's test this theory out. So I grabbed my iPad and I'm like, I'm just going to draw a 1-page story. Drew the 1-page story. It turned into 4 pages. I had a blast drawing. I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I have not been drawing enough, like drawing the line art of. And the reason why is because I have to worry about all the other artists that I'm working with and gray toning their work and then lettering them. And so what I really want to get back to is it's not that I'm going to be doing less releases. I just need to be doing more drawing. I need to be I want to get back to putting out the Girl with the Megafist twice a year. I want to put out the Girl with the Megafist volumes twice a year. That's 400 pages of comics. I want to get back into drawing that. I want to draw Peppermint Reload. Those 4 pages was a test run for me drawing Peppermint Reload. And if I had my iPad, I'd totally show you the pages. So like, I want to draw Peppermint Reload. I have some ideas for one-shots. I want to be the one that draws them. And yeah, maybe it F's up like this, like, you know, publishing type routine that I've got going. But ultimately, at the end of the day, comics for me has to be fun. I need to have fun because this is the thing that I do when I'm not working. And keep in mind, I work a lot. I work from like 7 a.m. to like 10 to 11 p.m. every single day, typically. I take some breaks to hang out with my family, maybe do like a 20-30 minute lunch break, but I am constantly working. Trying to build this marketing company that me and my friend started. You know, we were given some investment cash. I have employees that I'm responsible for, and I'm responsible for like the growth of this company, and I'm super excited about it because you guys know this. I love marketing. I love building stuff, and like, dude, there are some awesome things happening in marketing right now that I just want to spend time on. Like literally the other night, I had the choice of building a website for a client, or gray toning a couple pages of my comic, and I was like, I would rather build this website for this client right now. And I had so much fun with that. I had to design a logo. I had to design a branding package. I had to do that, by the way, because my web designer up and quit while I was out of town in Hawaii. Like I got a text message from my videographer. They're like, hey, so-and-so's gone. And they drew like a grave on their, they just left. They quit. And I'm like, oh, frick. So I got back. Had no web designer. Literally, I had 3 scheduled meetings with potential clients, selling them on websites that we were going to build for them. I'm not going to say no, we can't build these things for them. So they're like, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, we can absolutely freaking build this website and all your marketing for you. And now I've got, so I'm like, okay, crap, how are we going to do this? So I had to build some of the websites. I have someone else. I have a girl who are my account manager. She's now building websites. It is just like the other night, like, I think I posted it the other night. Larry says, is $17,000 not fun? The money thing to me isn't like super crucial when it comes to like comics. Like that, obviously, like, is $17,000 great? Absolutely. You know what the $17,000 means? It means that I get to make more comics. Like when I break this all down, it means I just get to make more comics. And then probably some of this will go to pay some taxes. But like this. So like this right here. We like 2 client projects, 2 protein shakes, 2 Taco Bell meals, 2 Baja Blast, 6 Monsters, 16 hours of nonstop working, 46 sets of products. I could have put like 456 milligrams of caffeine, 500 photos, were exhausted. Like we stayed up till we took the photo at 11:46, but we were at the office till midnight. We got there at 8 or 9 a.m. This is Chance. He picked me up, and then we stayed at the office doing all of these client projects, and we worked till midnight. And by the way, I gave him the out. I told him every hour, hey, like, if you don't want to do this, we can go home. Because like, you're not obligated to do this. But he was like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep grinding. And we were grinding so freaking hard on these photos, trying to get them right. We go to the client, we go to the potential client the next day. We're super tired. They're like, they look at the photos, they say they're freaking fantastic. They're like, this is the best like content we've seen in our niche. You know, like, get these photos to me, then like, let's strike a deal. And like, this isn't just like oh, like we just took some photos. Like, I'm talking about like signing on someone who's going to pay us $5,000 a month to work for them. So that's why, like, when it comes to like comics, the comics money stuff, like, I enjoy making money in comics, but like to secure it as a living is it's not in my, it's very hard. It's very difficult. Aljamel said up here, what he said, he says a certain part, he says, Tyler, I think your day job has plenty of adventure for you. Like I said, you can always revisit comics. And like, I'm not going to leave comics. I love making comics. It's just like taking a chill pill. Like the people who are making a living off of comics, those are the 1%ers. And like, you just have to come to terms with the fact that, hey, I'm just not a 1%er of someone who can make enough money to live off of comics. You know, like people like Pat Shan can do it. Kat Calamia can do that. You know, there's tons of creators out there. I just named like 2 Kickstarter creators that can do that. Like $17,000 is fantastic. It's not paying my bills, unfortunately. Because you have to think, okay, now this has to go to this has to cover the production. This has to cover the printing. This has to cover the shipping. This has to cover then the production of the next one. This has to cover, probably some of the printing. Oh, then the shipping. It's also got to cover the printing of maybe some of these. There's just so many like pies that have to get, like, this has to get cut into so many different pieces that, it just doesn't work. Now, do I love making comics? Oh, absolutely, guys. Like, I'm super pumped. I just got the cover sketches for chapters 3 and 4 of Bold Assassin today. They like look super awesome. I'm super excited about them. I've just finished the artwork last night for Super Plumber Sisters number 3. Now I just gotta letter it. Now I just gotta letter it and get it to you guys to the backers next week. Like, I love freaking making comics. Like, it is a silly goose time. But there we go. Yeah, I'm guessing some of those full-time comic makers are super stressed too, and that's the thing is, this is what I learned. Let's see if I can pull, like, here, if I do this, this will be like easier. Okay. I could do it with this. View all. So when I did the Cthulhu murders, this is when I was doing comics full time, aka I was unemployed. When this book did 4,572, which, by the way, like, this is fantastic for many creators. For many creators, they'll never hit this. So, like, eternally grateful that I was able to hit these numbers. I tried something different with the book. The concept didn't really hit, and I didn't do a good job marketing it. But regardless, like, when you're living off of, when you're a creator, you're living off of the next thing that you put out, and it's success, and hoping as well that you've got a good back end. That's why they say, like, oh, like, you have YouTubers and stuff. Like, that's why it's like really hard to be a content creator full time. Like, a YouTuber, you're only as good as your last video, and you've got to keep raking in those views to get the ad money, to get the sponsors and whatnot. And so when I put out Cthulhu and it doesn't hit enough money to it doesn't even fund the book. Okay, crap. Now I'm in the hole. Now my living expenses have gone to crap. What do I got to do? And so it's extremely, extremely hard. And so for me, I'm like, okay, I've given up that dream of wanting to do comics full time. Now I'm like, okay, how do I do comics, have fun, and maybe, you know, earn a little bit here on the side? And that's what I'm doing. But right now I'm in this business model. I'm right now in this publishing mode where I'm kind of acting like it's a full time, because I have all these releases, I have all these series I have to do, when in reality I don't want to, like, it's a lot to maintain. Like I've already fulfilled 2 Kickstarters this year. I've already fulfilled 2 Kickstarters this year. I've got Bold Assassin 2 on this table to fulfill in 2 weeks. I just finished this Kickstarter. I'm going to launch once Super Plumber Sisters 3 is given to everyone and the books are printed. I'm going to do Super Plumber Sisters 4. I've got so many different projects on the go. It's like, it's so much. And you're right. I'm sure that those comic creators are super, super, super stressed out. 100%. Because what happens if the book that they just put all this money in flops? What do they do? That's probably something that they're thinking about. And so for me, something that I know that I can do is, I know that I can, with my marketing company, go talk to someone, build a relationship with them, and say, hey, I can do this thing for you for 10 grand a month. And then they go, sweet. And if I can sign them on and keep them on for a year, I've brought in 120 grand a month for my company. And then I just have to make sure that I bring in enough clients to fill out my employee expenses. And then, you know, after that, I can reap some of the benefits. And man, my employee expenses, I think, are like close to $500,000 a year. So like, I've really got to bring in those freaking clients. And that's why I enjoy like working on that, because I know there's massive upside. With comics, I enjoy making stories. I can't, there's no other, like, comics is the greatest way to tell stories. Like I have a series I have a one shot I want to do called Lunch Lady Royale. You're not going to watch a movie called Lunch Lady Royale. You're going to read a comic book called Lunch Lady Royale, and it's going to be 20 pages. You're going to get in, get out, have a silly goose time. There's also YouTube as a supplement. I've made about 70 grand over 3 years on here with a pretty modest audience. Purely relying on comics seems untenable. Fuck, 70 grand over 3 years with YouTube? Damn. Go Bancroft, man. Go Bancroft. Even then, YouTube's tough. Like I have this other channel. I have Anime like edits my videos, but even then, like putting out new videos every single week, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much. It's just, everything is just so time consuming. Everything's so time consuming. And then it's like, I feel like, I have to, basically at night, I don't have a choice of just like, I want to play a video game and chillax. Like I have to choose, okay, am I packaging books tonight? Am I drawing books tonight? Or am I going to like market myself tonight? Those are the only 3 options that I have when I come home. And so if I tune it back, if I tune it down, the releases, I then get some options back in my life. Let's see, David, if you want to start focusing on Megafist, does that mean Sexy Witch is going to go on hiatus? This is the bad time to get in the Sexy Witch or Bullet. No. So David, that's a great question. All this, like, I'm not putting any of the books on hiatus. Okay. So Super Plumber Sisters was always going to be 4 chapters, and that was it. Like it was always going to be 4 chapters with the potential to do a sequel if I ever wanted to. But there is a clear beginning, middle, and end of Super Plumber Sisters. Bold Assassin, same thing. It was always supposed to be 4 to 5 chapters. It's probably just going to be 4 chapters, but I always had a beginning, middle, and end. So those are not going on hiatus. In fact, I plan on finishing Bold Assassin, the Bullet Assassin and Super Plumber Sisters series this year. My Sexy Witch Academia is not going on hiatus either. Like these are the 2 series that I want to be focusing on: Girl with the Megafist and My Sexy Witch Academia. But I don't put series on hiatus. I finish them. I get them to their conclusion. So like with My Sexy Witch Academia, we're doing it until I hit a conclusion. Girl with the Mega Fist, I'm doing it until I hit my conclusion. That sort of thing. With Diamond sinking, I wonder how many people will pitch their products to stores. Better have a good marketing game and product that people will buy. And that's another thing, dude. Like, comics is getting crazy. Like, Diamond struggling. You have like that massive publishing trying to like create a deal with Lunar, and they did create a deal with Lunar. It's just so uncertain. So it's like, okay, like what do I do? Like, you should, like, every creator should ask, what can I do to keep going to that? So I can put, like, for me, it's always, what can I do to put out the next book? What can I do to get enough to put out the next book? Luckily for me, with The Girl with the Mega Fist, I can write and draw that book, put it out for free online. No, I could put out all my books for free. So yeah, Diamond has buyers. I saw that Diamond has buyers. It doesn't mean that it's gonna change anything, though. It doesn't mean that good things are going to happen. It just means that they have potential buyers. It doesn't mean that things aren't going to go to crap, or continue to not go to crap. David, thanks for the clarity. I'm just now starting Sexy Witch and Bullet. I've heard good things from the common American fans who vouched for you. I look forward to these comics. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very, very grateful for the common America fans. In fact, I will be in Texas in March. I think I'm tabling with them, because I'm tabling with the Common America crew. I'm tabling with the Common America crew at the AP Publishing Antarctic Press 40th birthday bash. So I'm going to be tabling with Tim and Mark and those guys. Very grateful that they invited me to do that. Really appreciate it. So yeah, just bought my ticket a couple days ago. The buyers, I'm told, obviously the buyers, like, they don't, obviously the buyers are going to say they want to fix things. You don't buy a shitty company to not want to fix things. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, can it be fixed? Like, can it be fixed? Should it be fixed? Will it be fixed? That sort of thing. I should probably like make sure I'm focusing on this Kickstarter thing. You could just buy it for the assets, and maybe, yeah, you could buy it for the assets, but even then, it's like, is it worth it? Let's go to this website. I mean, I don't know. Like, you have, I personally don't see, I don't, obviously I don't know, like, the, I mean, nice for you, Tyler. Have fun. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun. Yeah. Like, I think the plan is for me to fly into Dallas. Tim is gonna pick me up with, I think, maybe Mark. Go on some freaking road trip, hang out, go to the AP thing, hang out. Like, it'll be a good time. It'll be fantastic. Yeah. Like, I hope Diamond gets fixed. Like, I don't want these things to happen. So yeah, I hope that Diamond gets fixed. I just, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? I mean, when you've lost like some of the like big publishers like Marvel and DC, like, is it worth it? Like, do people see, like, those are such big assets? But I don't know. I know you don't know what I've been told. Larry's been told things for sure. But ultimately, will Diamond get fixed? No. In the end, anything that I personally like want to do or am going to do, at the end of the day, what's fantastic about the world is you can make a comic, you can post, you can talk about it on social media, build an audience, and you can learn how to market it, and you can sell it to people. And I think that's just fantastic. That's what I love about that. That's what I love about the internet. what I don't like about the internet though, man, is the crazies. Like, so I saw that the Rippaverse was at MegaCon, and they're just there having a silly goose time, just selling their books, talking about, the Rippaverse stuff. And I saw some people tweeting on the Twitters, on the X's. Like, I saw there were some video clips of people making fun. You have like someone like Katie did, who, like, dude, where did this chick come from? Where did Katie did come from? But you got someone like Katie did coming in, and there's this whole new wave of like comic book commentary people, and I'm like, where did you guys come from? How is, like, I'm like, where are you, like, how, like, you guys have tons of people watching, but like, where did you guys come from? And dude, like, they're just like shit. Like, I'm like, here's the thing, I'm okay with you shitting on Eric July, and I'm okay with you shitting on the Rippaverse. The reason why is I believe that if you're going to be like a public creator and company, like, criticism like that is just going to happen no matter what, and you just gotta take it, put on your big boy pants. Like, I'm okay if someone I'm okay if someone's like, yeah, Tyler, like, he sucks. I'm okay with like saying someone going, yeah, Tyler's book sucks. Like, fine, fantastic, whatever. What's crazy is like the people attacking the fans, the readers. That to me is bonkers. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you ever think it's good to attack fans and readers of a series, especially if you are a creator and you're like, yeah, look at those fans, they're fat and ugly, they look like they stink. It's like, whoa, this is how like you treat people who read comics? This is like, that's how you're treating them? Like, that's not a good look as a creator. Like, why would someone want to buy from you if you're gonna just insult them, especially on like their looks? Like, that to me is wild. Yeah, Aljamil, attacking people's looks for not liking what you like is a serious new low. Dude, like, let's be real. Like, come on. Comic book people, not everyone's in shape. Like, this is a very niche audience. Yeah, that's it's crazy to be so rude at fans and readers. Like, that's exactly what people were complaining about in like 2018 when you had Marvel and DC creators bashing fans, and then making those fans feel isolated, and then they started going to other audiences. So like, you're doing the exact same thing. It's awful. Bask in the knowledge sharing on that road trip or the funny topics either way. Oh yeah, dude, we'll have a good time. We're having a good time. Let's see. Larry, because they're not fans of the series, they're fans of an influencer make the series, there's a difference. No, it's not. Like you can still be friends. You can be like, oh, I'm a fan of Scott Snyder, I'm a fan of Greg Capullo, I'm a fan of Todd McFarlane. Regardless, like, it's just, to me, it's never good to attack a fan, honestly, in my mind. Let's see. Got 11 more minutes to go, man. Algerno, that's not how you get readers. I think that is why they're losing it over Iconic and Rippaverse growing readership through professionalism. Oh yeah, like you'll never, like, Iconic is Iconic, how Tim, Mark, and Doug and Eric Canetti and everyone, like, how they treat everyone is super respectful. They're super kind. Like, they really just focus on their community, and like, that's how you should do it. Michael Bancroft, that's how indie comics are marketed on YouTube. Most readers initially buy because they like the creator. Oh yeah. That's how that, well, like, I think that's a big thing that people aren't realizing, like, nowadays, is I was talking to my employees today because we're like, hey, like we gotta drive it, we gotta bring in more clients, bring in more money. We need to make a decision right now. Are we brand led or are we founder led? And what brand led is like, for example, Nike. Nike is brand led. It's all about the swoosh. It's all about the swoosh. It's all about the brand Nike. Whereas you have something like Meta, and it's very founder led. You have, Mark Zuckerberg's in front of it. You have like with Apple, Steve Jobs was very founder led. Now it's very brand led with Tim Cook. Like he's not in all the announcements these days. And so like these days people are wanting to follow more founder led things, more creator led spaces. They want to follow people who they find authentic, who maybe agree with their positions. And then if that person's like, yo, I think you should buy my stuff, they'll typically do that. Like it's nothing new. It's nothing new here. Like people have been doing that forever. Hey, I trust this source of person. Like look at like 20 years ago on the Oprah show, the Oprah Winfrey show. If your book was in the Oprah Winfrey show, your book like got to New York Times bestseller because people trusted Oprah. It's the same thing with the internet. We got the Crooked Painter in the house. How you doing? And Algebra, yeah, and they're growing off one another to cross readership. Oh yeah, 100%. They're doing a really good job. Like they're keeping themselves individual while also like acknowledging each other. It's super smart. Let me get to the chat because there's things happening. Let me just see if it's worth talking. I'm telling you, I have knowledge that says you are wrong. When I say things such as that, I should get instant trust on said statement for who I am. Pretty bold claim. I think just Larry and Mason are having a little back and forth. Let's a huge back and forth. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Dude. Once again, guys, we have 7 more minutes. Let me put the link in the chat one more time. Let me retweet this. Retweet. Man, you know what I have this right here. I have a Huion 22 canvas. We got a Huion 16 at my work. Dude, I like that smaller tablet better than this bigger one. It's kind of weird. Bigger isn't always better. She lied to you. She lied to you. Oh man, after this I want to show you guys this thing. When this is done, I want to show you guys like some really cool Webtoon shit that I've been checking out. Oh yeah, like this right here. This Huion 16 is so much fun to draw on. I honestly think that it's easier to draw on like a tablet that's like closer to what the size of what the manga or what the comic page would look like than like a massive ass tablet. Like I really enjoy drawing this. I might switch this one out. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do? Let's see. Larry and I are just catching up. Tyler, okay. Companies these days don't want fans. They want consumers. Fans have standards. Consumers just want the brand and don't criticize anything. They want consumers, and more customers are not consumers. Yeah. Like right now there's a company called Poppy. They're a drink company, and right now they're going through the ringer right now because they just did a really big like influencer type campaign and it totally backfired on them. Like people are pissed off at them because it was very extravagant. It was very extravagant. It was very like they put all these big Poppy vending machines in influencers' houses, and it just wasn't the vibe that their fans were wanting. So like a lot of people were like, cancel Poppy. Now I'm not about like the whole canceling thing, but like if you do a bad marketing like stint, you're gonna feel it. Let's see. Aljama, I just think shops will get picky on what they sell. Manga, 40K, and other merch will sell. You really have to stand out for future comic book stores. Yeah, like I honestly, I think what Kane Sketch, congrats on 17K Tyler. Hey, thank you so much, Caden. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Is when I was in Texas a couple years ago, Tim Lim took me to a like manga store. Oh, dude, it was so sick. It was way better than a comic book store. Oh, it was so sick. So many volumes of manga, but like a bunch of like art books, like figurines. Everything was like really affordable. You felt like you were getting like a bang out of your money. Oh, it was so cool. And I think that's what is going to be happening, like needing for like these comic book stores, is they're going to have to lean more into that kind of, into like that niche, or like just in the graphic novel. I don't know. I think Marvel and DC right now really need to come out with some strong like stories and marketing. But I mean, I don't know. I think they might be also too far gone. Like what makes manga so popular is the anime. Like their synergy. You can watch Sakimoto Days. Like here's a great example. Free Ren. I watched the first season of Free Ren. I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. I can't wait another year or two for season 2. So I'm going to read the manga. And now I'm reading the manga. And that gets me into the series. So like Marvel and DC don't have that, because there's no Marvel or DC TV show that when I'm done watching the show, I can then pick up the comic and it is exactly the story that I'm going to get or continue off of, like, because they're just adaptations. You don't have that synergy, and I think that's something that Marvel and DC need to really work on. Mason, Tyler, are you still taking this to 12 issues? Hopefully. Like, that's the plan. Like, right now, what I'm doing is I'm working. I have, like, the whole 12 chapters mapped out. So I'm like, that's the game plan. However, I do have I'm right now trying to work on a chapter 6 ending, and a chapter 8 version ending, and a chapter 10 version ending. I just want to have some contingency plans. I want to have some contingency plans in case, like, you know, maybe this series completely tanks, and it's like, okay, I now definitely don't have enough money to keep making the series. So the thing that I got to do is I need to jump ship quick. Larry, why would you want the same story? You just read it. You want the same, my coworker Chance actually asked me this the other day. He's like, hey, Tyler, I watched Chainsaw Man for the first time with a bunch of my roommates. And I was like, dude, you got to read the manga. And he goes, okay, like, are they the same thing? I'm like, yeah. He goes, why don't you just want to watch the anime? And I'm like, well, the cool thing is this, you get to read the manga, fall in love with like the story and like the book. And then when you get to see it animated, it's just, you get this extra level of hype, because you're like, oh my gosh, like this is going to get animated. Like, what is this moment going to look like on in animation form? Like when I read Sakamoto Days, and it was so cool seeing in the first episode when Shin is trying to kill Taro Sakamoto, and he's like, you know, fighting him with like a gumball and a rubber band. So it's like, you want to see the story that you've read, and you want to see an animated version of it. And also, it's just great for sales synergy. David, they need to stop making propaganda and let stories have endings. No reboots and retcons, beginning, middle, end, and make something else, and don't make ugly characters. I mean, right now, I don't know. Right now, I know they want to make, like, it looks like they want to bring back Gwen Stacy or something. I don't know. nonsense. Just watch the anime. No, dude, like that's what people want. People want to read the manga, watch the anime, and be like, oh look, I remember that moment. Massive, man. I remember back in college when Naruto first jumped off in America, everybody and their mom was hunting down the manga, illegally downloading it through cough cough. Yeah. Oh, we got 24 seconds to go. Seriously, guys, thank you guys so much. Should we like hit some music? Am I gonna like be able to get to my lights app in time? Let's see. Nope, I don't even have the music playing.
Knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
Thank you guys so much for backing My Sexy Witch Academia 1, 2, and 3 on Kickstarter. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, I still wanted this, I do have late pledges. I think I set up late pledges. Let me see if I can figure out like what the late pledges are. Let's see. So you can still, if you're late, you can still back the digitals, the catch-ups, and cover A, and then the bundles, and then the massive bundle. All right. What is this music? What is this music? All right. Shush. Thank you guys, seriously, for another successful project. Seriously, that means the world to me. You put a lot of junk in that witch's trunk. Well done, Tyler. Thank you. Matt's Panda, good job. You've got these campaigns down to science now. Hey, I'm always trying. I never take it for granted. I'm always like, dude, there was a time during this campaign where there was like a dead week. There was one morning I woke up with like $500 less, and I was like, what the heck? So no, I don't. I appreciate everyone who backs these campaigns seriously. Let's see. Sam, I just got the pledge in. There we go. Game Wizard, congrats on another awesome campaign. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hey, I finished Super Plumber Sisters. Now we can immediately get started on My Sexy Witch Academia, which is fantastic. Let's see. Georgos Zaratilas, and that's the same reason why Invincible is such a success. Yeah, like I'm telling you, like people want to read the book that they love and then see it adapted exactly on screen. Like people want that. That's why there's so much uproar when the adaptation is bad. Like for example, The Promised Neverland, like horrible. Season 1 adaptation, fantastic. See, I look so freaking yellow. Let's see if we can edit this. Can I make myself like cooler? No, I just look ghastly. Nah. But yeah, season 1 of Promised Neverland, fantastic. Season 2, absolute train wreck, and people were pissed about it. You guys want to see some cool things I'm seeing? Like, I know like Donald DeLay and like Chad Townsend, I know they've talked about like creating like webtoons, and like I just got back into reading some webtoons because Brandon Chen, he's a guy who created like a massive TikTok following. I'm talking like millions and millions of people on TikTok, and now I just look like dead, looking like Guan Yu from Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Dude, can I like take this hat off? Now see, now I've got this like hair thing in the back. but yeah, and he has a new webtoon. I was like, I saw the promo image and I was like, oh shit, I should check this out. So we have like when people are like, what's the next thing that's going to happen in comics? I'm like, it's already happening. It's on all these different platforms. Like, tell me this doesn't like sound cool. See you, Sam. Just go home and have to take care of some things before I hit the bed. Hey, dude, you're a hard worker, dude. Go get it. Angels ferry the good souls to heaven. Devils ferry the bad souls to hell. That is how the afterlife is written. Evangeline was born a devil, but has always dreamed of becoming an angel and helping souls live a beautiful afterlife. When she encounters this is a bad name, Tatrasiel, an angel curious of hell, she proposes the impossible, switching lives to see how the other lives, but they'll soon discover heaven and hell isn't quite what either of them expected. So you kind of have like a Freaky Friday type vibe, but look at this art. So you scroll, I was born a devil. But all my life I felt out of place. Like this is good. Stay good, boys. The eternal. So this is how like got the dogs. You guys just want to play. Like look at that. Like that's some good art. Some very good art. I think what makes this work as well is the colors. The colors are so freaking good. I mean, yeah, like people love reading webtoons, and like this would be a really good experience reading this on your phone, because this is how you're supposed to read it. You're supposed to read this kind of stuff on your phone. And like these are long chapters. Like look at this. Like that is a long chapter. Can you imagine putting out a new chapter of this every single week? You're like having to draw and color 50 to 60 panels. Draw and color 50 to 60 panels a week. A week. Like that's how crazy webtoon schedules are. A week. So I think like a lot of the new big creators, I'm not saying like like all these people right here, they make money. All these people make money on theirs. Even someone like Merriweather, there we go. Like even though this isn't a Webtoons original, well maybe not this one per se. I think it's this one that's not. Or maybe he is now, he's verified. Like some of his non-verified ones get so many views that he's able to make money on there. Massive, does the creator ever do crowdfunding campaigns after he finishes his webtoon story? Or I'm just barely familiar with this character. I don't think Brandon Chen does. Like, I don't think he does. Like look at that. Like he has around 300,000 followers on like talk about indie creator. Like this isn't like everyone's talking about like Rippaverse and like all these places. Like Brandon Chen is like talk about like internet guy, indie guy who's like put in the work for 2 years, posting on social media, building a following, hiring artists, and then like now he's like doing big time stuff with big studios. Like it's super cool. He makes a lot of stuff. He has 1 million followers on TikTok. Like that's insane. Let's see. Well, I would say learn to compete or get out of the game. The best will always win. Oh yeah, for sure. There is no money there. When one of you make 1 million there, then come see me. Well, that's false. There's a lot of money on Webtoon. If you are a Webtoon, there is money. Absolutely, there's money on Webtoon. You just have to. There's just a lot of It's like Marvel and DC. You've got to work your way to creating a Webtoon original, getting picked by an editor, and then they pay you, and then hopefully your series as well. Like it's tough. Like I said, it's a 1% type of thing. I've had people ask me if my comics are on Webtoons at shows. It's where the youngins are reading comics. Absolutely. I heard Rachel Smith and a handful of others way back in the day made bank on their comics, but Webtoon apparently acts those types of deals. At least that's what I heard. There is money, but not for you. Only the best will make it. Thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate that. Let's see. Dakari, the professor, $5. Yo, Tyler, I'm so happy you had another successful campaign, especially because I see how much love you had for My Sexy Witch Academia. Keep inspiring, my man. Hey, I appreciate that so much. Seriously, appreciate that. 1 million challers. That's prank channel numbers. Once again, this proves my point. Manga style is what draws the attention of the younger crowd. Well, you know, it's like, even when I posted on Twitter about the books at Barnes and Noble that the kids, like, that my kids were like picking up. Let me see if I can find the picture. I had a lot of like older comic book readers going, the art's trash, this looks shit. And I'm like, you know, they're like the best art's the 90s art, you know, the Image Comics type art. That's not what people want anymore. Like, I know I personally am not into that kind of stuff. I can appreciate it for sure, but like, even especially my kids aren't interested in checking out that kind of stuff. Like, for example, right here, that's why, like, right here in the Marvel section, like, there's very few books. You know, they like this kind of stuff. Let's see if I can blow like this image up. I cannot. That's so stupid. Let's see if I can open image in new tab. There we go. So like, they're like, oh, this kind of art on Keeper Lost City sucks, or Leon like this, or Amulet. They're like, this art sucks. This is what's selling in the kids comic book section. This is what the young readers graphic novel section is selling out. Like, Amulet does so well. And once again, these are just cartoons. Like, I don't know why we are getting so mad at like oh, the artwork is so bad. They're just cartoons. That's all we're doing. Let's see. Once again, let's see. Maya Labo, how you doing? There's money on Webtoon, but not that great. That's why I'm doing Kickstarter now. I've seen Webtoon. Been on Webtoon for 8 years. I've got like 1,000 episodes. Oh shit, that's a lot. Yeah. Larry, that's because we've dumbed down our kids. They want simple, badly drawn cartoons like Adventure Time and Rick and Morty. Oh, dude, Rick and Morty and Adventure Time are fantastic. Like style of art doesn't indicate intelligence, in my opinion. Because that means if style of art dictates intelligence, then that means like a comic like Dilbert is considered dumb because this style is so simple. When this is one of the smartest comics in the whole world. So I don't think style dictates intelligence at all. Mason, that's so true, Tyler. My daughters don't care about Marvel or DC or Image Comics at all. They're reading Webtoons and YA. David, it's not just younger crowds. Teens and adults want manga arguably more than the kids. It really does have something for everyone or every age gap because they have diversity of stories and identities. Marketing yourself is a must, but you need to get some of it out there in different areas to get more eyes on your work. 100%. Sam, what's up, Sam? I'm not gonna see you doing a thing. What's up, Sam? How you doing? Got me all flustered, Sam. Hope you're doing well, man. Algermil, an event that really stunned, dude. Sam. Look at it. Remember when I was like, dude, I'm going to make this Sexy Witch comic look? It just, oh, frick. Remember I was like, I'm going to do that Sexy Witch comic look? Just did another one. Just did chapter 3. I remember I was like talking, we were at like Dell talking. I was like, dude, I think I'm going to do this Sexy Witch comic. Hilarious. Good. Algebra, an event that really stunned me was seeing high school football players talking about their favorite anime and manga. It's no longer a nerd niche. Dilbert is dumb. My point exactly. Nah, dude. Like, if you Dilbert is not dumb. Like this Dilbert classic, Pearls Before Swine. Like, classic. Calvin and Hobbes. Classic. Like, Nah, like this is comics, man. And that's the thing. That's why I love about the art form is that's what I love about the art form of comics and cartoon. It's cartoons. Like and I think that's one of the big problems with the 90s with comics is we forgot that these are supposed to be fun cartoons. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Watchmen, I love Dark Knight Returns, I love all that stuff, but these are supposed to be fun, quirky cartoons. And I think that's why you have Dan Didio saying like we lost a generation. Make something that looks like Teen Titans. Oh, dude, Teen Titans was fantastic. We got Cryogenic Gamer in the house. Hi Ty, how you doing, man? Algebra, Smiling Friends is my new favorite show, and that show has all kinds of crazy art styles. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, Amazing Gumball. Amazing World of Gumball. I freaking love that show. What's the topic of the day? Oh, dude, we're just talking about... Right now, we're just talking about different styles in comics right now. No, that's really what we're talking about. We talked about how crazy it is that there's some areas of comic fandom, like creators that are like calling other like comic book fans and readers of other creators like fat and stuff. Like, good strategy to build your audience, you know. Let's see. Larry, you can't expect 30-year-old aesthetics to still be attractive to the current generation of readers. If we teach them. Elf in the Room, the Japanese have vastly better talent. That's not going to change anytime soon. Blaming marketing is cope. Well, better talent. I think what Japan has that we don't is they have fostered their talent. They actively want to grow their talent. So like, you guys can see like my what I'm watching on YouTube these days. Day in the Life manga. Dang it. So you have this kid. All right, give me. Let me make sure that the sound is coming on.
In the life of a Japanese manga artist living in a share house.
Okay.
He's originally from Hiroshima, but now living in this unique shared house reserved for only aspiring mangaka, aka manga artists. He lives with 3 other mangaka under the special program called Tokiwaso Project, which provides a living space in addition to support to help develop a manga artist's career.
All right, you hear that? Like, we do not have anything close to that in America. Let's start all over. You ready?
This is Nobi, 25 years old, living in the outskirts of Tokyo, and he's just waking up. He's originally from Hiroshima, but now living in this unique shared house reserved for only aspiring mangaka, aka manga artists. He lives with 3 other mangaka under the special program called Tokiwaso Project, which provides a living space in addition to support to help develop a manga artist's career.
Okay, so like we have nothing in America where you have a shared house where you throw in 4 creators. So like, look, it says right here, now living in this unique shared house reserved for only aspiring manga artists. It's a special program called Tokiwaso, which provides a living space in addition to support to help develop a manga artist's career. Like we don't have that. How cool to be you're 25 years old and you get to live with other people who are also wanting to make manga. You then get like if you watch the video, they get access to, if they get access to like editors, they get access to like various teachers, and they're able to learn from industry people to then go, hey, like you're doing really well. So like you have to be very talented to get in said house and to be able to get in this program. And then once you get into that program, you're able to live in this house. You get access to editors, you get access to the publishers, you get access to other professional creators who are then going to teach you how to become a manga creator. We don't do anything like that in the US. And you can say like the Kubert School. The Kubert School, in my opinion, is like the biggest scam in comics. No offense to anyone who's done the Kubert School. But like, so like, yeah, we don't I think for me, the reason why Japan has very good talent is because they foster and breed that talent. They like show them the way, whereas we don't really have that. We don't really give young people that opportunity. We don't foster the arts, because everything in America, unfortunately, is very corporate. What's up, Macabre Derek? How you doing? Aljamil, I completely agree, but I think that is culture as well. The USA is all about starting your own business for whatever your sector is. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I also just don't think that we appreciate the arts as much as maybe we should. No, they work them to the bones and disregard them after. Okay, I don't know where you're getting that from. I mean, I think I mean, you could say the same thing about like most comic book creators. Like the amount of GoFundMe's that every like old school Marvel and DC creator has to go through. At 25, I had my own apartment, summers and weekends off as a teacher. Screw that. I mean, it's not for everyone. I mean, imagine, like, I think it'd be really cool. Like, the one thing that I like kind of regret is that like none of my friends were very like business or entrepreneurial, and so I wasn't really surrounded by those kind of people. So then I wasn't like that, and then once I kind of surrounded myself with those people, then I was like, oh, like. I want to do this kind of stuff. Like who you're around is what's going to influence like your day-to-day decisions and like who you become. And so like when I started hanging out with like more entrepreneurial people and I'm like, oh wow, you guys are making money doing this. Like it got me like kind of like, oh, like, I want to do this. I want to get more invested. And then, you know, you start like growing together. So like, yeah, to be like, imagine like 4 dudes who are like, oh dude, like we want to become we're going to become manga creators and we're going to do this together. And like, they're all off their stuff. Like, look at these guys, like in this scene, they're going out. Damn it, Paulo. You can see on the thumbnail though, they're going out so they can like take reference photos for their manga that they're working on. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. Blight Blazer, oh, you took my money again. Thanks, nerd. Aljamil, there's always a good number of artists in my family, but we have always treated it as a hobby, not a career. Hogwash, I hung out with nothing but junkies. Oh, man. Is the stream bad? Do I need to open up my freaking door to get this Wi-Fi going? There we go. Caden, there's a lot that Japan does right, and their talent pool is insane, but all of them die at age 60 in a country with a life expectancy of 85. That, yeah, like the working conditions for sure of like the making the comics and the webtoons and stuff, like that's definitely difficult. Like, we're not saying that the working conditions are good. We're not saying that, but they do, like, we're like, two things can be true at the same time. You can say that one, that their talent pool is great because that they culturally foster good talent, because as a country they do things to help their young talent grow. And then another is the fact that they also overwork them. Like, two things can be true. You want to see the Shack of Doom? Let's see, like, look, so these guys are taking their reference photos. Oh, let me switch over. Hopefully you guys are able to see this live video. Maybe I need to drop my frames. Let's see. All right, so then he comes back to his house.
だとか LINE とか Twitter のチャットの返信をします。
So Nobi found this job through his friend on social media, and now he works for the company remotely and sometimes at their office. He usually works about 3 to 4 hours when he works from home, but since he needs to work on his naming today, he's only gonna work for about an hour. The average starting manga artist's annual income in Japan is around 2 to 4 million yen, about 17 to 35,000 US dollars. So to supplement living costs, many take on part-time or assistant jobs. Are you done?
終わりました。
Kaden, have you seen Look Back? I haven't seen it yet, but I read it. I read it when it came out. That's the one by Fujimoto, right? The creator of Chainsaw Man. I know I've read it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
これから作業を開始したいと思います。
Look at that big ass freaking
Do you always
tablet.
stand while you draw?
立って作業することが多いです。そのために結構スタンドとかもつけたんですけど、
He's using a Wacom screen tablet. Apparently, Wacom is used by many manga artists in Japan and is one of the most popular brands for its ease of use and precise drawing tools. Oh, and that's his shortcut keyboard. Cool. Where are you going, Nobi?
これからミーティングがあるので、そっち
Look,
に
I have
行
a
きます。
meeting.
お疲れ様です。
Now he has his Teikeimen done, a counseling meeting with an advisor from the Tokiwaso program,
Look
scheduled.
at that, an advisor with with someone from the program. Like, imagine you get an advisor from like a Marvel editor. Hey, let's look at what
regularly
you've
to
done
discuss
this
how his
week.
manga is
Are
developing
you
in
good?
addition to how he's living in the shared house. In fact, there are many young artists living in Tokiwaso shared houses throughout Tokyo, and often mangaka starting a new career face many roadblocks, so advisors visit to share and guide all of them in industry knowledge and know-how so that the artists have as many tools as possible to help continue them on their path and to increase their chances of success.
ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。
That's so freaking cool.
When Nobi hits a
I don't know. I think that's super cool. Maybe someone else. Maybe you guys don't. I think that's sick. Honestly, you're right about the USA being more corporate. Look how the marketing works. Japan uses manga and anime to market everywhere. They surround themselves with their art. Yeah. I wonder if their art teachers have to buy supplies for their classes in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. I once again, I think that America, we just need to get back into appreciating art. We just need to get back to appreciating it. Art and comics and like the comic art form. The kitchen / living room is the size of your basement, Tyler. I know, dude. We should, no offense to like Larry, but to have like people say like Dilbert is dumb when it's like, no, this is a comic. Like this right here is a comic, and this is a very, like, if you're into this type of like comic, like if you're in the corporate world reading this comic, like this is basically like newspaper memes. Let's read this one, see if it's good. Remember, quality is our top priority. Question, is it more important than safety? I forgot about that one. Question, is quality more important than obeying the law? Probably not. If we could maximize shareholder value by selling lower quality items, wouldn't we have a fiduciary responsibility to do it? I'm sure it's in the top 4. What if we had to lie to achieve quality? That's a very good comic. Oh, I didn't even share it. Gosh, I didn't even share my screen. This is a very good comic. I'll just read it again. Remember, quality is our top priority. Question, is it more important than safety? I forgot about that one. Question, is quality more important than obeying the law? Well, probably not. If we could maximize shareholder value by selling lower quality items, wouldn't we have a fiduciary responsibility to do it? I'm sure it's in the top 4. What if we had to lie to achieve quality? That is a fantastic comic book strip. That is a fantastic comic book strip. So yeah, like, and we just need to be able to appreciate, like, yeah, this is comics, this is art, this is just as good as other magazines. They have a bunch of other manga magazine publications and publishers. Shonen Jump is just the most popular. It's just the most popular. This is just as credible as a just as good as this is just as credible.